Caltech was not my dream school, but from my videos, many of you guys probably thought that it was. Today, I'm going to go over my personal story and then some reasons why you should not worry so much about getting into your dream school. If you've just finished your applications, then pat yourself on the back because that's a big accomplishment. And if you're just preparing and already stressed and being way ahead of the game thinking about your dream school, then this video is helpful to you as well. So as far as my story, my actual dream school senior year and probably starting early in high school was Stanford. It was not only my dream school because it was Stanford, but I just had it so ingrained in my head that that was the perfect place and that the location, atmosphere, stuff for my major, and of course like the name were just really suitable for me. I did not want to go to Caltech because I was honestly really scared of the workload and just how busy people always were and how crazy long the exams were. Like I went on my visit during midterms and the midterms were each like 5-6 hours. Yeah, I think I was mainly just scared. I didn't really think of all the other good aspects because I thought I would just be too busy to do any other fun things that the school offered. But then I got rejected by Stanford. Like the vast majority of people, I was really devastated. I cried a decent amount, I would say, but finally choosing between Berkeley and Caltech, I chose Caltech. When I went to Caltech, it was still very in fear, but also excitement because of the different activities we had for orientation. But once I got there and started meeting the people and just being who I was and being outgoing and finding those people who had similar interests, I got super excited and made a close-knit group of friends just in that first week. And then I was on the basketball team and later I joined a cappella. And because of Caltech's small size and emphasis on collaboration and other aspects, that can be for another video why I like Caltech, it just turned into my dream school. And I had no idea that I would have this amazing experience that I wouldn't pass up at all. Like if I had known that this would have been my experience, I would have regretted getting into Stanford maybe. But that's hard to say also, since even though I feel like Caltech was such a unique experience that's so fitting for me and where I thrived, it's difficult to say that it wouldn't be the same if I ended up choosing a different school. But we'll get into those aspects later in the video. Maybe naturally Caltech was a better fit, or maybe I just made it my fit. First reason for why you in general shouldn't worry so much is that it's not good to overfocus on one school or even just a couple of schools. There are so many amazing schools out there and tons of them could be fitting for you. And so if you spend all your energy on just one that you've heard of all the time, like everyone goes to look at Ivies or Stanford, MIT, Caltech, Berkeley, other top schools, then you could be missing out on an amazing experience. Also about the overfocusing your time and energy is that as great as you might think you are and amazing your application and everything that you think is for that school, you might get rejected. And that's just the nature of admissions because there are many weird possible reasons for why the admissions office decided that this was not the year for you. So rejection doesn't mean much. Admissions to college is just a shot in the dark and you never really know what's going on behind the scenes. For example, in my year, there was actually an international math awardee who got rejected from Caltech. And at the time of hearing that news, I think in this WeChat circle, I was very surprised of like,
dang, he's way more qualified than me. Like, that's pretty unfair. Why did I get it and not him?
But that's just an example of why you shouldn't get too hung up on that one school because like, especially if it's top school, the likelihood of getting in is just so slim and difficult. But you gain from the overall process of applying and it's kind of the taste of finding a job. So you learn a lot by having to sell yourself and reflecting about who you are. Going timeline order, then the next reason is that college is just what you make of it. You can see everything as an opportunity. Life is 10% what you make it and 90% how you take it. So kind of like I did at Caltech, you can still make that school you end up at a good fit. If you follow your passions and stay true to yourself, be outgoing if that's in your personality, and be really open to new ideas and try new things and opportunities that make you happy, then it's going to be a great experience for you. People, as I found, is one of the most important, if not the most important factor of having a great experience. So as long as you just be yourself and try to meet new people and get good friends who can follow you throughout the college years and whatever you do with that support, even if school is really hard like Caltech was, then it will be a great experience. As I mentioned earlier, you can find other schools that are great fits. It's not only about making it a great fit, but you can research that ahead of time and seeing what offerings are at other schools. Wherever you end up at, if you explore campus and its unique opportunities, be outgoing and meet new people, like-minded or not, then you're setting yourself up for that becoming your dream school. Just like in high school, so personally I didn't have that great of a high school experience, and so I was thinking that,
oh, once I get into college, that will be the dream.
I'll be living in an environment where... Sorry, first time using this new setup, as you can see. Where was I? So college is likely a lot broader and diverse in terms of the people and experiences. So if you search those out, then you'll be able to kind of curate a better time for yourself than potentially in high school when it was more limited. And especially if you're a big fish in a little pond, for example, not that that was my situation, but if that's where you end up, then you can gain more leadership experiences and potentially have greater grade point averages and other opportunities. Final reason is that really at the end of the day, it's not going to affect your career. Sure, like the top school is desired for a reason. It's not only sounds prestigious, but you likely have a class of very ambitious, talented people and more opportunities with research or faculty, but that's just likely. It increases your probability of meeting your partner who's gonna create the next Google with you, but that's not a determination. The bulk of your own success is determined by your own hard work and proactiveness. No matter what school you go to, you have to advocate for yourself. And so living all of your life being told that school and education is so important and all the things you're doing are trying to get into such a top university, just know that as long as you're trying your best and you keep trying your best no matter where you end up, that's going to pay off. Just because it's not your dream school doesn't mean that you won't get the success you desire. In fact, the highest earners don't come from Ivy League schools. The major you choose matters more than the school in terms of earnings directly after college. And for example, my friend is doing amazing things as a software engineer at Amazon, but she did not go to an Ivy League school or top 20. Some final examples are that Bill Gates and Steve Jobs didn't even go to college. They dropped out of high school. And not saying you should do this, because I still recommend college. Let's face it, not everyone can be them, but the point is that it's, again, what choices you make, not necessarily what cards you've been dealt. Most Fortune 100 CEOs didn't even come from an Ivy League school. Hey, overall, I hope this lessens your stress about getting into that dream school, and know that you can apply to multiple schools. Well, obviously, but apply to multiple schools that you think you truly would be happy at. So they can be multiple kind of dream schools, right? But they are not dream schools in the sense that they're all very far reaches. And then, of course, when it comes time to decide, you'll be more likely set with a set of schools that you'll enjoy. Though, to be honest, I did not think I would be happy at Caltech until my first day actually starting there. So yeah, but that just shows that in the end, things will still work out. And just keep in mind the quote that I said in the beginning, life is 10% what you make it and 90% how you take it. If you found anything valuable through this video or helpful, then please let me know what was interesting to you in the comments. And if not, then let me know what I can do better. I'm crossing my fingers for you guys to have success in your college and future endeavors. And I'll see you next time. Bye.